This is an interesting plan. It was originally a finishing plan for Mercedes Sprinter vans, the commercial vans that are starting to become more popular around the United States. Well, the popularity is so great that they've decided to make it a final assembly plant. So they are now building the Sprinter vans here in South Carolina, expanding this plant's employment from 900 to 1,300 employees. Look at the growth in Sprinter van sales in the United States. If you go back over the last 8 to 9 years, the growth has been steady, especially as the commercial van market and the demand there has increased. That has been part of what Mercedes has been able to capitalize on. In the past, they would build these vehicles in Dusseldorf, Germany, make them complete, then strip them down, take them apart, ship all the parts over here to South Carolina, where they would reassemble it. That was how they were getting around the chicken tax, a 25% tariff on any vans that would be built overseas and then sent in the United States. Well, they made the decision long before Donald Trump was elected that it would make more sense and cost less to actually build the vehicle from start to finish here in the United States for sale in the United States, and that's what they are doing here. With regard to the trade issue, they are well aware of the negotiations and how contentious it is. Their feeling is if they can get to zero, the entire industry would benefit.
Our position is, as a company, and I can speak for my business, as you already mentioned, we believe in free tariffs. We are in a global world, and therefore we believe in free tariffs. And what currently is going on, we do not know exactly, all the details which are currently underway. We will observe that in detail and then come to a conclusion.
As you take a look at shares of Daimler, keep in mind that the vehicles built here, guys, are going to be sold in the United States overwhelmingly. Almost all of them will be. So there's no trade component here in terms of these vehicles potentially being taxed if they're sent to another market overseas. The whole idea, helping meet the demand in the United States by expanding production here. And oh, by the way, because there's so many more auto manufacturers down here in South Carolina, the big issue is finding the skilled labor as they expand production here.
Hey, Phil, can you just explain the phenomenon of the Sprinter van? Because you do see it all the time. You talked about it at the top of the segment. And I'm just so curious about it because I used to think that Chevrolet had a lock on that, or even Ford with its Ford Transit.
Right.
What happened?
Right. You still see the Transit Connect. They made a commitment, I want to say about 10 to 15 years ago, that the Sprinter van could do well in the United States, particularly when it comes to package delivery or short-haul delivery services, or with smaller companies that need that type of a van. And they have exploited that demand, and that's why you see the growth in Sprinter van sales. The U.S. is now the second largest market in the world for Mercedes and for Daimler when it comes to Sprinter van sales, and that's simply because you have those smaller delivery packages that need to, there's a market there for that.
I always think of Mercedes as a premium brand. Is there a premium price relative to a Ford,
well, they start at $33,000. They start at $33,000, which is going to be a little bit more than some of the other comparable vans that are out there. But it really depends on what a company is looking to use that van for. And there's no doubt that, guys, given the economy right now, there's plenty of demand out there for this type of a van.